The following is a production of WEGL 91.1 FM.
That ball is gone. It's a walk-off home run for Stephen Williams.
WEGL Sports,
The Tigers are headed to the College World Series.
where every
Touchdown Auburn! Zakoby McClain!
game
They're not going to keep him off the field tonight. Holy cow!
lives. Strap in. It's time for the Extra Point, Auburn's best sports talk radio show, Auburn's only sports talk TV show.
He better count basketball wins.
Your three-time nationally nominated sports show.
Oh, yeah.
And they signed Cody Parkey.
SEC champion, Cody Parkey.
I picked Pitt, and I was right. Your three-time nationally nominated sports show. The guys give you the latest.
Penn State.
By a million.
Thank you.
Even John Gruden cried after he traded Khalil Mack, and now he's dancing in the locker room, saying he wish he had a disco.
Call in at 334-844-9345 to join the debate. My boy got it
I
on
thought
lock.
you were saying 1,800 yards in this game. I was like, Jared.
The X's and O's begin now on Eagle Eye TV and WEGL Radio. The Extra Point presented by WEGL Sports, where every game lives. And welcome inside the Extra Point here on WEGL 91.1 and Eagle Eye TV. Hello, everybody. Once again, it's your handsome, beautiful, gracious, stunning, and dashing host, Jared Dillon, and joining me from wherever they may be is Davis Carroll, Alex Houston, Jacob Hillman, Amanda Warren, and Bay Marks. And just so you know, yes, I am now starting the vanilla candle after the other one is long gone.
I'm glad it's a candle.
What else? The day's already passed. I can't do anything else.
Just you know,
Good
there
one,
might be some
Jacob.
leftovers. Might be a leftover.
Don't worry, I have asthma, so if I wanted to just off myself, that's how you do it. All right, Davis, how you doing today?
Pretty decent. I just did some schoolwork and hit some stuff with the golf club earlier, so pretty easy day.
You say you hit stuff at a golf club?
Yeah, I walked outside. I was going outside to just chill, and I found a golf ball. So I got my golf club, I hit it, and then I hit a Easter egg with it, and it shattered it.
I've only hit things with a golf club twice. When I went to Top Golf, and then when I broke windows. That's a different story. Alex,
We're going to have to hear that.
Alex, how you doing today?
I mean, I'm doing pretty good. The Chargers just dropped their new uniforms today, and I mean, everybody hates them apparently, but I like them.
Alex, are you still eating goldfish?
No, I've transitioned to marshmallows now. We're just going bulking season.
I was about to say if it was still goldfish, I was gonna say that I hate you, but I guess I can't say that anymore. That's out the
Don't worry
window.
though, I got some weekends on the side. We good to go.
All right, never mind. I hate you again. Jacob, how you doing today?
Just trying to survive this last week of classes, so I mean, I could be better.
I feel that. I have a 20-page paper due that I'm on page 5. So,
Not bad.
hey,
Progress.
It's progress. It was on page 2.
That's 20%, right?
You know,
25%.
I gotta see infinite
25%.
math. Don't make me think. Yeah.
25%.
Hey, Jared, quick trick though, just if it's like supposed to be double spaced in 12-point font, put it like Arial size 11, and then put it single spaced, and you'll write like 10 pages, then it'll be in like 30.
Okay, well, I can't do any. Wait.
I mean, I'm gonna need to hear that at the end because I kind of lost
Just
you.
to turn the sides. Never mind, I can't say that. That's academic dishonesty.
Wait.
I was going to say turn the sides of the periods up. They won't notice.
Oh, well. Dr. Carvalho, if you are listening, I'm not going to do any of those things. Please do not
I
check
don't
my
do them
work,
either, but
check
I've
my
heard that
paper.
works.
All right, because once again, if I do not pass on this paper, I don't graduate, and that's a whole different issue that we got to worry about.
Jared, what's the paper
The
about?
return.
Yeah. This is, the paper is my internship from this past semester. That lasted 2 months, by the way. And
So you gotta write 20 pages on 2 months of internship.
that's the hard part.
Wow.
That's the hard part.
That is.
If it was for the whole semester, whatever, I'm okay. But the hard part, 2 months, and that's like what I learned in grad school and things like that. So, well,
All right, so you just knock out like 2.5 pages of exposition on your backstory to emphasize how important this internship was to you, and that gives you, that's 2.5 pages. Then You go into the process of getting the internship, that's another 2.5.
I
And then-
somehow transitioned talking about Weagle, so that's starting page 5. So we'll see how that goes. I don't know what
and
I'm
just
writing
finish,
at this
yeah,
point.
finish it off. If I don't pass this paper, I'll be back at Weagle next year.
Jared, I'll give you $20. You can somehow fit your favorite TV show in there somewhere.
I don't know what my favorite TV show is. Amanda, how you doing today?
Good. Just been doing schoolwork. I got my email out today, so I put that up. It's my new favorite spot. I read in it. I feel like a granola girl. I organize my bookshelf. Yeah.
Nerd. And Bay. Bay, how you doing today?
Doing good. Kind of the same as Jacob. Last week of class is kind of just,
Surviving in
but,
advance.
I mean, literally surviving it, especially with this pass-fail thing. So, just trying to wrap up the semester today, get some stuff under my belt.
So you guys are also under the pass-fail thing, I guess?
Yes.
I don't know how this whole thing is
It's a
working.
class-by-class basis. So, like, if you have, like, an A in one class and you scrape by with, like, a D in another, you can get pass-fail just for the D and keep your A, and it won't affect
Basically,
your GPA.
Yeah, I was gonna say basically any class that's worse than your GPA, you just pass-fail that.
See,
The only problem is like...
Wait, how do I know what to pass?
Well, you have to talk to your advisor about it. Like, the only problem is, like, some classes for major classes, they won't
that's
accept.
true.
But that's why you talk to your advisor. So,
see,
if you have a C and you can deal with the C instead of getting pass fail, deal with the C and just take that bump in your GPA.
Do you want to hear some good news about my pass fail?
I honestly don't care, but go for it.
I had a 66 in lab, and now I have a 79 somehow.
But
That's a big jump.
It ain't a B though.
I still have my lab final. That's
C's
my,
get
on
degrees,
Thursday.
so.
One of my professors today literally said D is for degree and don't shoot yourself any lower.
I mean, honestly, for some majors, because they're so tough, yeah, a D. You know what?
Yep.
You passed. That's A-okay. But
I feel like all you journalism people don't have that excuse though.
I'm sorry. Excuse me.
Yeah, that's right. I'm kidding.
I feel like I've been labeled. But I mean, for a lot of us, I mean, we should be
Jared,
doing better
we're
than
literally
getting.
all in liberal arts.
We're all CMJN but Davis.
Okay, but like I'm different, CMJ.
Hey, Jacob's taking a kinesiology class, so
Yeah, I am. Sports officiating.
All I'm saying is,
Oh my
Are you taking
god.
it with the nun? Are you taking it with the nun?
Rip
I have
Pat
no
Adams
idea.
next year.
He teaches that class. You should
I
the
don't
take
nun
it.
think
teach.
I have
Oh
a
my
teacher.
god.
Let me see.
Rip Pat Adams. Rip him.
Jacob's
I didn't do it
gonna whip out the
myself.
rule book.
Jacob,
Textbook stuff.
Jacob about to bring the textbook to each game and be like, just
What?
quoting
I just
stuff back.
kind of made that.
Y'all
joke
need
out.
to go ahead and take that sports announcing class with Rick Smith.
I'm on the waiting list for that.
It's a good class. Yeah, it's a good class.
I'm waiting till I have a lot more credits under my belt so I can register first because it gets so filled up.
It does. It's a madhouse. Fun fact: for every class that I wanted to register for, I've always gotten in. I never got denied a class.
Jared, because you have a dad that's in the military.
No, yeah,
We get
that
to
is
go-
an actual.
We get to go early, Jared.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jared, that's special.
Yeah.
Dependents of military people get to go early.
It is the nun that is teaching that sports officiating
Yes,
class.
let's teach that class. Oh man.
That'd be awesome.
Jared, that's probably
Wait,
why.
dependents and military officials get in first, or
Yes,
get the
well,
rest?
Well,
of
they get
So
in
we
with
get
like
to-
the.
Yeah, my
We get to go like a
friend
week before everybody else.
in the
I've always went the same as everybody else in my.
he goes earlier than
class.
me because of that.
I got like a
You sure
week
about that?
before
'Cause
everybody.
Davis went the same time as me this year, and that's because I have 73 credits, and Davis being in the military.
No,
so-
I've always went at the same time as everybody else. Remember, my dependent scholarship was the old one before they renewed it the year before I got in there, or the year after I got in there. So I don't know what they did after that.
Never mind, Jared. Sorry.
Look, I was just trying to flex on my prowess of getting into classes. You didn't have to
Well, I was
bring
about to say,
you had to bring
I
me
thought you had
down.
the same thing as me because I could flex that, but that'd be unfair for me to flex because I have an advantage.
You don't have
they
much
say
to
though.
flex.
Always wear boots in the mud.
That's correct. Wait,
Okay,
that's from mine.
if you wear boots in the mud, then you ain't a true country
But
boy.
I'm confused.
Hey, did you go on my Instagram?
I just noticed that was your. I was on the stories just now and I saw all yours. I was like, let me go look at Davis's profile.
Oh my goodness. Okay, let's actually get into
Did you
something.
click on that website, Bay?
No.
Let's actually get into something about sports. So we can go ahead and start with the
Last
breaking news. I mean, we can talk. We can talk
Nah,
the
nah,
Last Dance, but
I haven't watched it yet.
I
I'm
haven't-
gonna
I-
wait
yeah,
for it to
I-
all be on there.
I haven't watched it either, so I
I want
really
to binge
can't.
it.
Wow.
Jared,
yeah.
Dillard, how have you not watched that yet?
Are you
I thought
serious?
that's what we were all gonna talk
Yeah, I'm glad they all
about.
tagged Jared.
Yeah,
Wow.
you're talking about the
Can y'all
same.
talk about it? Because y'all didn't watch
No,
it?
we can talk.
I don't have a cable box on my TV.
Okay, but hold up though. It's not like it's spoilers. It's actual history that you,
You
can
can
just Google
stream
and
it.
figure out yourself.
I haven't streamed it yet. I'm sorry, Jacob.
Like we're talking about the same guy who said I'm gonna go watch Star Wars, and that
but
was like a month ago.
You
Yeah, but
also,
Jared,
you
MJ
can't
is not
hear
Star Wars.
MJ slander Jerry Krause the way he did in this
Oh, I
documentary.
know what he said.
Jerry Krause is the main monster in Space Jam.
You also don't get the lower third graphic of calling Barack Obama a former Chicago resident.
You
Yeah,
also
he
don't.
hasn't done anything else. He's
Huge
just a former
statement.
Chicago
He
resident.
hasn't done anything significant with his life.
Okay, here's my thing. Okay, I don't really care for MJ that much.
Dang.
So I mean,
Wow.
the
the
dog.
enemy of legal.
Wow.
So I mean, but my thing is right. When I say this, is
I'm
that
leaving.
go for it. What I mean by that is I didn't grow up with MJ, right? I think he's great. I think he's done a lot for the game. It's amazing what he pulled off.
Done a
But
lot for the game. Jared, that is
Yeah.
literally like...
Jared, why'd you say pulled off like he did a cape or something?
I mean,
But
what
Jared, we know you didn't grow up with Will
was
Chamberlain. We know,
what
you know
the-
you didn't grow up with Jordan. You grew up with Will Chamberlain. We know these things. We know.
what the Bulls
Centuries
did
ago. You
was
were an old head in the
amazing.
90s.
But
We know this.
I didn't grow up with MJ. I don't feel this affinity for Michael Jordan, I guess, that other people do. I can wait until the whole thing is out and then watch it and appreciate it and things like that. I just don't have the same affinity.
That's why you watch it,
I mean,
Jared.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
neither do I. Neither do I.
I was about to say I definitely didn't grow up with Jordan, and I'm still watching it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
you're
nothing to
just
learn.
watching it each episode at a time so you can space it out and absorb it. Oh my god.
I'm gonna just wait till it's out and then go from there. Cause like, what? Cause the first two episodes came out already, right? First two.
Yeah.
What summarize it pretty much? What is it pretty much saying right now?
So-
Scotty got screwed.
Jerry Krause is short and fat.
It's weird. Like it bounces back from like the 97-98 season to like his upbringing in basketball and his first few years with the Bulls so far. And like episode 2 was that on top of like Scottie Pippen not getting paid. I mean,
Has it talked about how much he hated Bill Cartwright yet?
And you gotta remember the biggest takeaway: the 1984 to 86 Bulls were probably the worst team in the NBA and made the playoffs just because of Michael Jordan.
well, that's
Yeah,
also
he
because there's only like 24
He dropped
teams in the league.
63 in a loss. That 63 points and 6 assists is hilarious.
It was just like freaking Bradley Beal before this whole virus took over.
That-
when he
honestly-
dropped like 50 points back
Yeah.
to back and took L's.
And they lost both.
He had 49
games.
points in game 1 he lost.
Don't forget when
Yeah,
Devin Booker
he-
dropped 70 and took an L.
Well, yeah, but
Yeah,
that
that's
was
worse.
that was a different kind of 70. That was teams intentionally fouling the Celtics so he could get more possessions.
That's also he scored 7. They still lost. So
Well, I know, but like they even intentionally lost because they were in like the double bonus, but 6 minutes
But like,
left.
I don't have this affinity for Michael Jordan to be like, I don't know.
Jared, you need to
What
watch
player
it.
do you have an
If you
affinity
like
for?
basketball, you need to watch it. It's really well done.
I will watch it because I know it will be a documentary that's going to win several awards, probably
where
more
can
than 10
I
awards.
stream it right now?
ESPN.
ESPN Plus,
Yeah.
I don't have ESPN Plus.
Well, go
Disney
sign up.
Plus.
Yeah, go sign up.
Broke.
It's going on Netflix soon.
Excuse you.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but
I just called Davis broke.
Yeah,
He doesn't have
Jacob
ESPN
did.
Plus.
He
I mean, we have Disney Plus, but I don't have the password
It's
to
a
it.
Disney Plus ESPN Hulu package that's how you can persuade. That's how I finagled it.
I,
But I already have Hulu.
And you
Then-
have Disney Plus, so then might as well just add ESPN.
plus if
Is
you
that
have
how
Disney
it
Plus,
works?
Davis,
I feel
get
like
the
once-
password and watch it.
look, just go talk to
Chill
your
out.
just go talk to your banking advisor and we'll take it from there, okay? Because
My banking advisor is my mom.
go talk to your mother.
She's gonna go. You don't need that.
Just ask her.
I will. I'm gonna watch it. I have my ways.
I will say, did you guys see Michael Bridges say that LeBron would have dropped 90 against the Celtics?
It's not Michael.
Isn't it?
It's
Miles.
McCall.
Yeah, close enough.
Well, there's
There's-
Miles
I've
Bridges
seen
and there's McCall Bridges.
I've seen like
Oh,
and
is it
this
McCall?
one was spelled a different way as well, but
MIKAL. It's
Oh,
like
okay.
McCall.
That dude?
My bad.
Cal.
But
Isn't that-
he
isn't that-
said
wait.
that LeBron would.
I would have thought it was Michael.
Isn't Mikal Bridges the guy that got drafted by the 76ers and he'll be reunited with his mom and then they traded him
They
like
got
the same
traded.
night?
Yeah, traded on the draft night.
That poor dude.
I thought that was so funny.
He said LeBron would drop 90 against the Celtics in that series based on the clips that was shown in the documentary, but he's an idiot. So,
Wow,
yeah,
that was a baseless claim, Alex.
no, to make that statement, crossing eras is just not correct because there's a lot of factors.
That's how Bron stands work. I'm a bigger Spencer Dinwiddie fan now because he keeps calling out Bron stands.
I kind of
That's
think
fair.
that MJ would drop a lot of points in today's NBA. I mean,
Exactly.
The way they
He
play
probably
today,
make quite a few players cry.
One of the freaking final scores was like 80 to 78 that he played in.
Yeah.
That would never happen today.
Yeah. And I think there's this thing where even in that game against the Celtics, I think you saw that the Celtics basically just accepted their fate that they couldn't stop Michael and just stopped everybody else, which it worked because they won and they dominated really, even though he scored 60 because the rest of his team was awful.
Well,
And-
and a big
Go
thing
ahead,
with MJ that we have to remember, just like any other sport, the sport's gonna develop, and there's gonna be people are gonna find out. This is gonna evolutionize pretty much. Like people are gonna find new ways to score. Defense has let off a lot since then. First of all, second of all, offense has become more of a primary focus. I mean, you see the guys in today's game like LeBron. He used to shoot 3 balls all the time. Steph Curry, sharpshooters like that. There was like a graphic on Twitter the other day where it was like the majority of James Harden's shot compared to Michael Jordan's. Michael's majority shot wasn't anywhere outside of 15 to 18 feet, and James is all behind the 3-point line.
Yep.
So I think that's a big thing to think about, too, when you're comparing him to today's game.
And there's even – go ahead, Jared.
Jared?
Whoever said it. I didn't hear who said it, so.
It's Davis.
Oh.
But how do y'all think the game's going to develop from now? Because we know how it's developed. It's a lot more threes. Do y'all think in 20 years
Like
it's just
the Globetrotters do. They're gonna put
it's gonna be the Globetrotters. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Old head's gonna be like, I'm missing 3-point days.
They're gonna have to move the line back or something.
I hope that I don't want them to.
They already did that in college because Auburn made them do it.
That's fair.
Auburn's the reason every rule gets changed. The line last year, the football today, ridiculous.
Also, you heard it here first. How the uniform styles are gonna go back to how they look in the documentary, like the shorter shorts and the tighter.
Ooh, shorts.
They were wearing all white socks with the white shoes. That's all coming back.
Yeah.
Okay, that's clean.
See,
It is clean.
What about
You're
the
entirely
coming
correct.
back.
suits? What about the suits?
The suits need to stay where they are.
Yeah, the suits don't need to make a comeback.
Man, late 90s, early 2000s suits that's got to be probably the strangest or one of the strangest trends. Because what was the deal with you're a large, get it a triple XL? Why would you purchase that? It doesn't make any sense.
It was like
2003
ESPN put out a
draft.
graphic today or yesterday of NBA players today with their face cropped onto MJ wearing those suits in his fashion. It was ugly.
I don't get why they did it. Why didn't they just show Michael Jordan? That's what I want to know.
Wait, what do you mean?
Running out of content.
That post that they photoshopped the players.
Oh,
Because it's ESPN and they had to find a way to put LeBron in it.
That's true.
I will say, with regards to the way the game will change, it's kind of interesting because they're kind of in this sort of contradiction where there's all this emphasis on 3-point shooting, but then the best player in the league is a 6'11" physical specimen who does shoot threes, but he's not going to pull up from 3 more times than he's going to drive. And then you've got guys like LeBron who, being the physical specimen that he is, still dominates. And you've got on the other side, you've got guys like Jokic who are out of shape, are not. People don't cower in fear when Jokic walks up. What?
He's gotten in shape over
No,
this
he
season.
has. But people don't cower in fear when Jokic walks up. But he, because he's
I bet you would.
Mr. Fundamental and he beats everybody because he's smarter than everybody else. And that's what Steph is. But then on the other side, there's LeBron and Giannis who just, destroy everybody because they're stronger.
I think it's kind of impossible to, decide or to make a prediction on how it's going to change. I saw this Bob Knight quote from when MJ got drafted. All right, so you look at, he's drafted 3rd overall. And the Rockets, they drafted Hakeem Olajuwon. You can't get mad at them for that. That's whatever. But then the Blazers or whatever, they picked that
Sam
whoever the
Bowie.
heck they picked. Yeah, that guy. Well, there's a Portland GM or somebody that talked to Bob Knight about MJ. And Bob Knight said, draft this guy. He's one of the best players I've ever seen. And they said, well, we need a center. And he said, well, play him at center because he's that good. And it's one of those things where it's like, back then, I'm like, does anyone like care that much about centers anymore? Not really. James Wiseman was the most hyped up center since like, I guess Anthony Bennett.
DeAndre
Ayton, yeah. I guess, okay, Ayton was pretty hyped up. But and we've seen how like those guys have panned out. They're nothing
Sam Bowie was like
spectacular.
Sam Bowie was like a really dominant basketball player at Kentucky, though. But like we all know, like in his, I don't know.
He got ruined by
like,
injuries.
Yeah, he had a ton of because they said he was built like a horse. Like his legs were too skinny to support his body. So
he was very lanky.
It's just back then. It just feels like mid-range shot and centers were so important. Whereas now it's like, okay, you need a center, but the analytic people freak out. When they see
now if you need a center,
it
has to be a stretch. It has to be a stretch.
Yeah,
center.
exactly.
Yeah.
Well, that's like the credit like today's game. Like outside shooting and rebounding isn't as important anymore. Neither is defense. It's just not the way it rolls.
Also, how about Reinsdorf saying he would have taken Hakeem over MJ at the time? Which, I think that would have been based on the scouting report and what you knew, that probably was. And at this product of the league, Hakeem is the best defensive center of all time. And, he was great despite being on some pretty terrible Houston teams. But it's still interesting to see, the lottery really set up perfectly for everything to happen because you conveniently get a team that already has a shooting guard in front of you. And those two teams take players basically that you would have taken, and just you end up getting the best player ever.
So how many players nowadays do you think MJ could have made cry just from trash talking?
All of them, every single one.
Not every single one.
Mate, I don't think anyone.
Carl Anthony Towns, I could see him crying.
Carl Anthony Towns
Do you
would
mean
be
literally
pouting.
crying?
Yes,
Literally
or not
crying?
crying or hurt their feelings so much that they would actually mess up their game.
75%.
So throw them off their
players.
game,
Katie
pretty
would.
much.
Throw them off their game.
Katie gets in his own head, so I'm not surprised about that.
That's true. That is completely true.
But he can back it up. But I feel like if Michael Jordan came up to him and it was like, "You're trash. All you do is tweet," he would have a terrible game.
The thing is, though, Michael wouldn't even say that. He would go a whole other level further.
Well, I didn't want to curse because I don't want to say anything bad.
I know.
You have to
But
remember, we're talking about the same guy that pointed out a dude on the other team while shooting free throws and shot it with his eyes closed.
Yep.
He had no fear trash talking other guys or trying to make fun of them.
Okay, well, what players do you think you'd make cry? That's what I'm asking.
All of them.
Don't say all of them. Name a player out.
No, I really don't think of. No, I don't, I'm thinking of players that wouldn't.
That's probably like Jerry
Russell Westbrook.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Westbrook doesn't care about what anybody thinks, so Westbrook wouldn't cry. I don't think.
I think Westbrook would
care.
go back and forth with them, and I think
Exactly.
Yeah,
Westbrook doesn't care.
And no matter what, Westbrook will still shoot like 30% from the field anyway.
Alex,
so.
I think
That's exactly right.
Alex, I think there's a lot of players that would actually butt heads with them and wouldn't back down more. Than
I'm not saying they wouldn't back down, but at the end of the day, MJ is going to be the one.
I'm talking about they're soft enough that they might cry. That's what I'm talking about.
Well, the thing
Carl
is,
Anthony Towns, I can see that happening.
I don't think people will actually cry because of.
Oh my God, Alex, just answer the.
No, Davis.
These
are grown men.
He's just trying to have fun, and you're just like, I don't think that would happen.
However, I will say, if it would be anybody, it would be Carl Anthony Towns, because that dude, he's like silly buddy. It's just, nah.
Alex, I'm mad at you now.
Why are you mad at me, Davis? Why are you mad at me for just trying to be a little logical here?
Anything else on the MJ doc before we move on to the NFL?
Nobody even got to answer the question because of you, Alex.
Fine, everybody answer it. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just move on.
Wow.
Yeah, Alex, thanks a lot.
Let's just move on.
It's not my fault.
Yeah, definitely it is. All right, let's talk about the goodness, I'm about to kill over here. Let's talk about the breaking news that came through about an hour ago from Schefter. So the Tampa Bay Patriots, what he's pretty much lining up as at this point, getting Rob Gronkowski from the Patriots for Gronkowski and a 7th round pick to Tampa Bay for a 4th round pick. Gronkowski still had 1 year, $10 million left on his contract, and that is now going to get Tampa Bay a versatile tight end. I think, is Cameron Brate still on the team?
O.J. Howard is.
O.J.
I'm
Howard?
trying to trade OJ.
So, I guess they definitely have some threats now. They always had the downfield threats. They got Gronkowski now, which I'm sure he'll be rested up after taking a year off. I can't.
He can all the partying out of his system, hopefully.
He hasn't. Don't worry about that.
Never has. So is he going to do WWE while doing that in Tampa?
No,
Oh, yeah,
I don't think he can.
I don't think the Buccaneers should be okay with that.
No.
I'd like to
But-
see that.
Like, I like Gronk, but like, if anybody watched like his final season, that dude is a shell of what he was. And
Well, what I'm
Even as a shell, I'd want him over OJ Howard.
I don't know about that. I really don't.
OJ Howard tried to catch the ball last year with his back.
I
Right
didn't
now,
see that.
I'll take
but
Gronkowski over OJ Howard.
I mean,
I wouldn't.
How
But
long is the contract for? Gronk's contract?
it still should be. It should be the 1 year contract, correct?
Yeah, it's like 1 year left.
Yeah. So I mean, if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out, and you lost what, a 4th round pick. And Gronkowski, the hope is that we know he was dealing with injuries all throughout his career. Taking a year off hopefully helped fix a lot of things.
It's not.
I mean, the
there's
thing
no
is,
telling
like,
until
it's
he gets on
not.
the field.
It wasn't like he was getting hurt every year. That was really the problem. It's just that, I mean, there were so many injuries. Like, he was never as fast as he was. Like, I remember watching the Miami Miracle, and he had to try and chase Kenyon Drake to the end zone.
That was
And
funny.
that dude looked so slow. It was almost sad. It really was.
Look,
and, like,
He's
look, just...
Look. Miami won. That's all that really matters at that point.
I
Let's go Dolphins.
didn't...
And so
Okay.
I thought it was just funny. But I mean, like, I want to succeed. I mean, he's one of the few Patriots players that like I root for, right? I don't hold any ill will against Gronkowski because man has done no wrong. He just wants to play football and have fun, and I can respect that.
Done no wrong.
Yeah.
I think he should leave his hair on. I don't like the shaved head. I'll say that.
Wow.
That's all I have against Gronk.
Dang.
That's personal preference stuff. But I mean,
Davis with that astute analysis of Gronkowski's football
Alex,
career.
do you
Yeah,
want?
that's the
Don't even get me
important
started on astute analyses, whatever.
Wow.
all right.
I'm not an English major, Alex.
Everybody calm down for a second, okay? I realize that emotions are running high
I got
right
beef
now.
with Alex.
Did y'all see
So does
the
everybody
Panthers
else.
tweet?
What did the Panthers
Panthers
tweet?
About
tweeted
Gronk.
something?
Yeah, about
Yeah.
Gronk.
It's
I
a
see it.
video of Gronk against on like the New Year's Eve or whatever with Steve Harvey, and Steve Harvey says, "Why is he here?" Because
When he like smashed the Lego thing.
yes.
Oh,
I have a
yeah.
bad
That was
feeling about
that was
this
an
year.
interesting video.
The
Let
Panthers.
me ask you a quick question about Gronk. Where does that put Tampa Bay with OJ?
Oh,
he
they're
gone.
gonna trade.
Oh, he gone.
They've been trying to trade him.
But the real question is for what?
I'm hoping the Redskins trade their 4th round pick for him.
Probably a 4th round pick, just because
Yeah, I was gonna say, get that 4th round pick
he ain't
back.
going top 3 or top 3 picks or top
no,
first 3 rounds.
Trade him to the Panthers.
Do you want that?
I mean, it's better
They
than.
don't have Molson anymore.
How deep
I
is
can't
it?
even remember who our
I don't know.
tight end is. I know
Is
his
it,
name. He's
It's
number
Cam
82.
Man hurts.
It is Chris Manhertz.
Man hurts. What is
Yes.
it last name?
MANHE, like hurts like the ketchup.
Yeah, the Redskins
What
tight
did
end
Joe-
situation is equally as dire.
What did Joe Tessitore call him when he scored that touchdown and he caught one from McCaffrey on Monday Night Football?
Yeah, that was a good play.
I don't know. I didn't watch Monday Night Football.
I forgot what it was.
I definitely didn't watch the Panthers.
This game, I'm pretty sure this game was it against the Redskins? I think it was against the Redskins, so you probably did watch it.
They were
Alex.
not. They weren't on Monday Night Football, were they?
Not last year. It was 2 years ago.
With the Redskins on Monday Night Football.
They
Oh,
were.
yeah.
Monday Night Football was trash.
I mean, don't
And
worry.
the Redskins lost.
The one time the Colts were on there, Drew Brees broke the record and slapped us around, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, Monday Night Football this year wasn't like there was a few games that were okay, but
Hey,
Hey, we'll appreciate it more when we don't have football this year at all.
that's true. And plus,
The
we
thing is,
got the toilet bowl, so it's okay.
that's true. We talked about that on the show.
Yeah.
I'm mad though because like I think it was like 2 weeks ago they replayed the Kansas City Rams game from 2 years ago, and I missed it. I really wanted to watch it because that game was insane.
Yeah.
That's like the greatest Monday Night Football game like of all time.
And now the Rams have negative $6 million in cap space because they paid Jared Goff too much money, all because of that game.
Did Todd Gurley ever get his money? That's the real question here.
It was honest.
I couldn't tell you.
Because,
He's waiting for the check to clear.
I mean, honestly, at this point, he's just trying to get the bag and get out of there. I've probably already in Atlanta,
Yeah.
to be quite honest. But, yeah, so, I mean, okay, this is going to hurt really bad because it's on my mind for the past couple minutes, and I just can't remember. Who did the Panthers play in Super Bowl 50?
Broncos.
The Broncos.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
It was
Okay.
Peyton
Remember Von
Manning's
Miller,
last
Cam
year and he
Newton?
won.
I forgot.
Yeah, it was rigged.
Oh, calm
I
down.
still hate
Yeah, it was
Jared
rigged.
McCoskey
Ted Ginn
for
sucks at
dropping that
catching
pass.
footballs, and that's because he was bribed.
So
Yeah,
Don't even
Von
start.
Miller's like second year.
is the regular season 15 and Atlanta record the reason why y'all have seemed to hate Atlanta a little bit more the past few years?
I just hate Atlanta.
What?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
They did steal our undefeated season. Yes.
I was about to say, is that the only team that they lost to that year?
Yes, because freaking
Yeah.
Julio Jones moss Luke Kuechly on deep coverage.
Why was
Okay,
Luke Kuechly covering
but
that?
Davis.
I don't know. I still
Davis,
want it to this day.
Hold up. To Jacob and Davis, I must ask the question. Should you not thank the Falcons? Because if you were the second undefeated team
Yes.
to get to the Super Bowl and you lost because Cam dove away from a football, that would have been 10 times worse than what it already is.
Were the Panthers
so
15 and 1 that
honestly,
season?
you guys made
Yes, they were 15 and 1.
I don't remember. I don't remember Panthers being 15
Broncos
If we
and
had
1.
won that
15
Super
and
Bowl,
1
we
or
would have been
14
talked as
and
one of the best teams ever. But just because we lost,
I just remember Peyton Manning pretty much having a noodle arm and still beating the Panthers. That's pretty much all I remember of that
Yeah,
year.
man,
Brock
they're
Osweiler
He's
played most
crap
of
in
the
that
year.
game. He threw an interception to Coney Ely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a
Freaking-
time!
And then at
What
the
a
end of
time
the
to be
game,
alive.
Peyton said, I'm going to go drink a lot of Budweiser tonight, and then bought a bunch of stock in Budweiser.
And then
Not a sponsorship,
That game
just
was
stock.
rigged.
something retired.
So,
But,
Davis,
I mean,
if that
good for
game
him.
was rigged, then you have to therefore say Cam accepted a bribe to jump away from the football because there's
Maybe
no
he
way
did.
the game was rigged. Oh my.
I don't think he did, but if you're really gonna try to get me down that path, I'll just humor you so you'll shut up.
Let's go.
I mean,
Conspiracy corner.
Jacob, do you believe it was rigged in any
look,
way?
let's not go
It
down
wouldn't surprise
conspiracies, okay?
I have an
wouldn't surprise
example.
me.
If y'all let me say it.
Oh boy.
Is it the Cotry catch?
Yes.
Yeah, the
The
Cotry
next
catch.
play,
Is like,
it was the touchdown that everyone
Yeah.
needed.
It makes sense.
Look, don't get me started with conspiracy theories because I can go back to the Masters conspiracy theory
No,
from
to
last
hell.
year.
No.
Yeah.
But
We're not
I want to
doing
hear
that.
it. Jared, I don't know what it is.
Is that about Tiger winning?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, never
Oh,
mind.
Yes.
conspiracy theory. Devil's bad. He's 87 years old and doesn't have a back anymore.
No. This is how he.
Why do you like the number 87 so much, Alan?
This is how he
You're
won.
wrong.
This is how he won. All right. Don't text it. All right. This is how he did it. It was rigged from the start. Everybody was in on it. So what happened was, obviously Tiger Woods was down late, right? But did you realize that like everybody late started like hitting balls out of bounds and then watering the hazards and all that? You want to know why? Because there were secret big industrial fans sitting in the woods. Okay, and when and when everybody else was going, it flicked on the fans and the ball went off course. But not when
Jared,
Tiger Woods
I
was
was-
sitting.
I was gonna
could've
say that
just
the
said-
ball was like remote controlled, but that was funnier.
Yeah.
Jared, you could have just said they intentionally played like crap for Tiger, and that would have been believable.
Yeah,
No.
that's where you're going.
There's big industrial fans. There was big industrial fans. They rolled in to the Masters, okay? And late when they realized, oh my goodness, he needs help. They turned them on when everybody else was going.
I should imagine you hear.
Yeah.
All the
What's
fans just
that?
turn around.
The birds drowned out the sound. Don't worry.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Were the
Jared.
birds in on it too, Jared?
Yeah, the birds were in on it too. Remember, birds aren't real anyway. So.
That's true. The last bird died in 1986.
Or according to Alex, 1987.
Hey,
Yeah,
hey!
that's true.
I figured out why I said 87. It's all just in the back of my mind because the Redskins won the Super Bowl in 1987. It's all explained.
Mute him. Mute him. We were talking about you. We were
What
talking about you
in
saying
the
stuff like that before the show.
world?
Gotta plug my team. They don't have any success. in the
Alex, if you're
2000s.
alive to watch, you can mention it.
Imagine being stuck in the 80s because that's the last time your team was relevant.
Hey, they also won
Good.
once in the 90s, Jared. So shut up.
With Doug Williams,
No, with Mark Rippon, my guy. Get out of here.
you still won one with Doug Williams. So.
Exactly. You can say who. I don't even know who he is, but you can say who.
But I don't even know where we're going with that. Buccaneers. They were good with Tom Brady. How much better did they get with Gronkowski?
Depends on how good Tom is.
Fair.
I think it all depends, because he didn't play that amazing this last year with the Patriots. So if he,
Yeah, I was gonna say
if he doesn't straighten up with the Bucks, I don't think they're going to be all that hot.
Yep.
washed up.
Depends on how the offense is run, I think. Because, like, if you got Mike Evans, when you got Godwin, you got Gronkowski, you just got to get him in one-on-one situation and say, all right,
He also
try and
has,
beat
like,
this
another
receiver.
threat for the defense to deal with. You know, they have to worry about him now too.
That's
So,
true. Even though his 40-yard dash time is like 10 seconds now.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Gronk.
No, he'll be okay. Don't worry. All right.
I think he'd beat you in a race, Alex.
I hope he would. His legs are like as long as I am.
Oh my
He's like
God.
8 feet tall.
So
I mean,
let's go ahead and talk about. We can swing by the XFL right quick. Stick with football because Oliver Luck has sued Vince McMahon in the XFL for wrongful termination. So former XFL Commissioner Oliver Luck has sued owner Vince McMahon in federal court, citing wrongful termination after McMahon's decision to shutter the league. So it says Luck, quote, wholly disputes and rejects the allegations set forth in the termination letter and contends that they are pretextual and devoid of merit.
what
Sounds
were
like a
the
Vince McMahon
accusations in the letter? That sounds like an angle they would write for WrestleMania. Watch Vince have this guy in a one-on-one match for next year.
It's a whole storyline. They know what they're doing.
The lawyers deliver the papers on WrestleMania.
Like, you guys forget that Vince McMahon killed himself off in a storyline and then had to come back because another wrestler killed himself. Like, that was a whole... Vince will do it for the story. He'll do it.
I'm trying to figure out... As to the lawsuit he filed, his allegations will be disputed and the position of Mr. McMahon will be set forth in our response to his lawsuit. There's too much legality for me to get into to understand what's going on. But wrongful termination, that's kind of the whole big thing.
Yeah.
So, honestly, this doesn't mean anything for XFL. It looks like they're done. Looks like they're done.
Looks like it.
Until somebody's like, oh, let's take the AAF and XFL and let's merge them into the United Football
AFL.
League.
USFL.
Yeah.
Oh no.
The USFL.
Trump's gonna get back involved in the USFL.
Hey, at least-
back in the day.
I forgot about that part.
Give credit to
USFL was doing decent until he pulled up. That's all I'm
give
saying.
credit to USFL. At least they lasted a season, did they?
At least they stole Jim Kelly.
They
from
lasted
the
like
USFL.
3 seasons, didn't they?
So I mean, I
What
don't.
was the
know.
Birmingham team?
Legion? No, that's a soccer team. Birmingham
Yeah.
The
Americans.
Thunder? Barons?
Stallions. Oh, that's sick.
Oh,
Bring them back.
Gosh. But can you even find a stallion in Birmingham?
If you
No,
look
but
hard
his
enough.
logo's cool. Let's see.
You can
Like
find
the Utah
Vulcan.
Jazz.
I feel like Alex, that's a whole different thing.
That's different. I mean, I
know, but it's
think Birmingham Iron
They
fit.
all right. The Stallions just look like a rip-off 49ers.
I just want to say,
Oh,
when's the
I wanna
last time you
see-
saw Iron in Birmingham, personally?
Hold on. Look at you.
You what, Davis?
When's the last time you personally saw Iron in Birmingham?
The Iron
Well,
Bowl.
I've-
I see it every year, homeboy.
That's in.
That's not in Birmingham anymore, Jared.
Yeah,
It used
but-
to be in '89.
When the
Plus-
Iron Bowl happens,
No,
it
it
takes
was
over
later.
the whole state.
It
Okay,
happened after that.
don't at me.
Plus,
Because
Davis,
Alabama refused to play in Bryant Denny for whatever reason.
I was about to say, I can guarantee, as old as Legion Field is, that thing is held together by duct tape, and
That's
just
what
mean
we're-
some pieces of iron are in there somewhere.
We're getting
I'm
a new
sure.
stadium anyway. Stop it.
Well, I
Is
like
that
the jer-
Cribs?
I don't
I
know.
like the
wait.
jerseys.
I don't know. I don't know why I said.
I'm just
we
saying, I've
either.
seen Iron in other places.
Joe Cribbs played for them?
That's what I'm looking for. I think he did.
That's nuts.
That's Josh Cribbs.
Josh Cribbs, best,
Yeah. Joe Cribs did
best
play for him.
Cleveland Brown player of the 21st
Yeah, they
century.
do. They do like a mix
Forget
of
about
the,
Derek Anderson.
It's like if the 49ers and Southern Methodist had a love child.
Here's our logo.
I mean, there's not like when there's 32 NFL teams, there's only so many color schemes left.
Called
I'm
SMU.
sorry, SMU. You guys know where I was. Oh, I'm sorry.
And they're the Mustangs, not the Stallions. There's a difference.
Yeah, they still
You
had a
ever
love
seen
child.
Spirit, Jared? You ever seen Spirit?
The movie?
Yes, the movie
Stallion
with
of
Matt
the-
Damon.
Stallion of the
No, I
Samaria.
haven't.
movie.
No, I haven't.
That movie.
I
Okay,
just,
classic.
I just assumed it was a movie. No, I don't even know what it's
True
about.
Classic.
It has Matt Damon as a horse. That's all you need to
Narrating his
know.
life.
It's nostalgic.
Wait, Matt,
It's a good-
Matt Damon played a horse? Is that what you just said?
An animated
Yes, he got on all fours and he walked around. He did the mocap for it.
I watched BoJack Horseman. That's probably the closest I'm going to get to that. It's not
That's a lame stallion.
it's not
They could've made it so much-
bad. I don't hate it. I just
like
think
it.
Birmingham Iron worked better.
Yeah, that's fair.
How much money do you think we had to scrape together to get the to get the AAF and XFL merged? Because I'll front it.
Thing is, there aren't enough. There aren't enough.
They're gonna move the
businessmen.
CFL to
Yeah.
America before they
Hey,
do that.
I'm getting my stimulus check tomorrow. I can put that toward bringing back the
Let's be real.
USFL.
No way.
What really needs to happen is, like Jeff Bezos needs to just start a league because he's the only one that has enough money to survive a failure of a first season. Because everybody else, they have to cave because they don't have any money. But he's got enough money to fail 3 straight seasons before the league even gets
3
off the
straight
ground.
seasons? Make that 30 straight seasons.
I know, yeah, that's true.
I feel like
I mean-
if you fail 30 straight seasons, I feel like that might just be a bad investment.
No, but eventually,
Wait,
At some point in there, you have to
point,
determine.
at which point through season 1 through 30 do you realize it's a bad investment?
Maybe like
but
25
see-
or something.
But see, you just gotta wait because eventually it's gonna swing back, and the NFL's commissioner is gonna have bad PR. Then they're gonna have a Kaepernick 2.0 situation. Then Ray
But I
Rice
feel
is
like
gonna
if
kill
it
somebody.
takes 30 years to do that, it's not worth it.
But
That's
then
a lot of money lost.
once the NFL like just has awful PR constantly, it's like
I feel like they already do.
it's fair.
Yeah.
What
I
we
thought
need to
you
work
froze
on
it for a second. Alex.
is getting an alternate NCAA that pays the players because that'll be wild. Give us 2 college football leagues. Do it.
Isn't that what isn't that what FBS and FCS are for?
Yeah, but not in charge of by the NCAA.
Oh, well.
I don't know how you would do that. It doesn't make any sense, but
I want to see some like league in America do the thing in Europe where they like the lower team plays, gets like kicked out or whatever.
They do
Relegation?
that in, they
Yeah,
do
whatever.
that in
Relegation.
They should do that.
They do that in the MLS, I'm pretty sure.
Do they really?
I think they do. I'm pretty sure I've looked this up before.
That's pretty cool. They should do it in NCAA. Like South Alabama's already D1. That's like a JUCO college could become D1.
like North Dakota State would become D1.
No, you
Yeah.
couldn't
They
do
don't
that
want
with
to,
college,
though.
because it has to do with like the scholarships and the money. Like it wouldn't work with college. It'd have to
It'd be fun.
Plus,
Yeah.
North Dakota State doesn't want to come up because then they lose the luster of always winning their championship.
That's true. And then occasionally just beating some FBS team.
Don't
like
forget about
Iowa.
Zach Zinner had 3
The
straight
NBA.
2,000-yard seasons there.
Zach Zinner didn't go to North Dakota State. He
Oh,
went to South Dakota State. The
Excuse me.
Jackrabbits.
They're basically the same thing to me.
Yeah, don't you guys remember when we picked a Jackrabbits game on Pick'em this past year? It was like Southern Illinois versus South Dakota State in Pick'em because I wanted to pick an FCS game.
Who won?
I want to say South Dakota State did. I got to pick right. That's all that matters.
South Dakota State's good, so it makes sense.
So let's go ahead and move over to MLB because baseball is currently trying to figure out a lot of things. First of all, Major League Baseball has been sued along with Ticketmaster and all of them because of ticket refunds. So that's happening. They're also trying to figure out a way to open the season back up in 3 different states. Those states being Arizona, Texas, yeehaw, and Florida. So they're trying to figure that out. And then there's also all the information coming out. Manfred says he feels pretty good that baseball will be played this year. Not too long ago he said that baseball in some capacity will be played.
It won't be with fans though.
It won't be with fans, it looks like. Even though I keep seeing all these articles about is it South Korean baseball have robotic fans and all that. I don't know how that's gonna work, but
That sounds. I don't know.
It's incredible.
but okay.
How
so
is that? You get your ticket and you get on an iPad on a person in the crowd.
I don't know, but
Japanese sports and game shows are wild.
I will say
That's
this:
so much fun.
South Korean's baseball league is starting back up May 5th, so we're not too far away
you said
from.
South Korea. Oops.
We're not too far away from sports being played again. So we got that going.
Okay,
After
some
UFC
places.
was canceled.
I want to see the
They're-
Tribal Land UFC.
Here's the thing. It's like that's like I fully believe that like baseball will be back, whether it's with fans or not. But like somebody came out today with like a quote from UConn's president that said like there was gonna be like he said be prepared for like no sports in the fall. So
It's UConn
I don't
though.
know. It's kind of like
You don't want to play.
yeah.
They only care about women's basketball.
I'll say UConn's not trying to play football and go 2-10 again. They're not really.
2-10. That's modest.
Hey, they're going 3-9.
I actually want to see what their record was last year.
It may have been. They may have been 1-11. I think
Ah, dang it! I
No,
hope they
y'all
were
not-
2-10.
Basketball team.
Do you not
goes
remember
to
the?
Final Four.
Wait for it. Oh, they were 2-10.
Y'all remember?
Woo!
Do you remember the money he got because like they would like have a better red zone percentage than the other team or something stupid like that?
Oh
God,
yeah,
that
he
was
got a
dumb.
bonus.
It was incredible. He got bonuses for stupid stuff.
They went
It was
0-8
on like
in the
red zone
conference.
percentage, and it was
Jeez, man.
awesome.
It was something where he broke the threshold, and like they were like, yeah, an extra $200,000 or something like. I don't even remember what it was.
They scored over 30 points one time
Nice against.
against UMass, and they allowed 35.
Oh, they lost.
UMass was the worst team in college football last year. That's literally not impressive.
UMass is the worst team in NCAA
No, that's
football
what I'm
14, so I believe it.
And UMass's one win was over. Oh wait, no. What was UMass's one win over?
Was it not?
Oh,
UConn?
Akron,
Marcus
right.
Dupree in that video?
Hey, but Akron
Do
had
what?
Akron
Is
had a
that Marcus
Heisman
Dupree
voter.
in that video at the beginning of it?
I have no idea.
I don't know. We're bringing this back.
Randy Edsall, their head coach, received $56,000 in bonuses for on-field performance. This was back
Nice.
in this is the 2018 season.
Nice.
Let's see. I need to find an exact reason for it.
Jacob, are you sure Akron was not the
Yeah,
worst
Alex,
he
team
had
in
back
college
up,
football?
dog, back
$2,000 for a
up.
62-7 loss to Boise State.
I'm about to say Akron was 0-12.
Yeah,
so
exactly what it was. No, UMass is worse.
No, because
UConn had a better red zone scoring efficiency than Boise State did in that loss because UConn was 1 for 1 and Boise State was 4 for 5. So you get $1,000.
I
Oh
can
my
safely say
gosh.
Akron wasn't the worst because in the Nissan Heisman online voting, their backup quarterback was 4th.
Hold up. I gotta go look at this.
So I don't know what to tell you.
UConn got outscored by 22 points a game.
Yeah, when we said they're bad, they're bad.
That's
It means so
unbelievable.
good that as a backup, you're a Heisman candidate.
I gotta go look at this Akron stuff and see what the heck is going on with it.
Yeah, just Google Akron backup quarterback Heisman voting or something like that, and there'll be articles pulled up about it.
Let's look at his numbers.
It was.
Imagine if he
it's not good at
started.
all. I think
Was it Cato Nelson or Zach Gibson?
I don't remember. It's Akron. Now, how would I remember that?
It's an Akron backup quarterback.
Wow.
So it's
I
double.
the only thing I remember about Akron is 2 things: Terry Bowden and LeBron James. That's the only 2 things I know about Akron.
That's fair. Oh my god.
I know it's in Ohio.
No, nobody cares about that though.
Akron's best running back averaged 2 yards a carry. Wow.
That's pretty
On that average, you'll get 4th and 4 every time.
The average score of their games was 36-10. Are you serious?
I'm guessing they scored 36,
Alex, why
so-
is it this big epiphany that Akron was bad? We knew they were bad.
I just, there's bad. There's South Alabama bad, and then there's that.
Is South Alabama even that bad?
Yeah.
I
In
mean,
football, they're terrible.
They won like 4 or 5 games, right? That's
They're
modest.
3-9,
Never mind.
I think.
Hey, they beat Troy that one time.
They beat Troy like 6 years ago. They beat Mississippi State like a decade ago.
And then, I also forgot, in Major League Baseball, they're cutting the number of minor league affiliates down. I think they're cutting 40 teams.
40.
Really?
Wow.
Yes.
What?
I have no
Sucks.
idea like where the cuts are happening or what organizations or anything like that. The minor league system to me is way too scary for me to even look at. That's just
Confusing. It's very confusing.
it's almost like an endless pit. It was even a running.
Good names though.
They
That count.
have
Like,
some cool names.
Teams in Alabama have the wackiest names.
Like
Trash Pandas.
the Trash
Ooh, yeah.
Pandas. The what is the
Bay Bears.
The
The
biscuit.
Biscuits. Yeah.
so let's see. The Mobile Bay
Bay
Bears.
Bears.
Is it the Pensacola Blue
Birmingham
Bay Bears
Wahoos?
gone.
Pensacola
The Bay
Blue
Bears, yeah, the
Wahoos.
Bay Bears aren't. They're not affiliates anymore.
What was the team?
The Bay Bears are the Trash Pandas.
Oh, so okay, that's what happened with them. What's his team? It happened 2 years ago, or 2 or 3 years ago.
No, the Trash Pandas are. I thought they were Huntsville.
Yeah, because the
No,
Bay
the-
Bears are no
They are,
longer
but
in
what I'm
the
saying, they
Bay Bears
moved.
moved.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
'Cause
what?
It's like because of the Rockets, and that's why they're. It's like yeah.
What the team in New Orleans were they? The baby cakes, the king cakes? Some. They were the New Orleans
no.
team.
Baby cakes.
Something. Hold up, I'm gonna Google it.
Which one's the biscuits? That
It was the baby cakes.
Biscuits.
Is it the baby cakes?
Yeah.
The Montgomery Biscuits.
There it is.
The Bingington Rumble Ponies.
The Wichita Wind Surge.
The Biloxi Shuckers. The Amarillo Sod Poodles.
I don't know
What?
where
I
you're
was about
going
to
with
say
that.
sod poop. I was like, what?
Sod what?
Sod Poodles.
Sod? What is that?
It's
Oh,
a poodle
no.
and
Couldn't
sod,
tell
I
you.
guess. I have no clue.
That's so weird.
Oh no, now I'm
The
sad.
Jacksonville Jumbo
Jared, what
Shrimp.
happened?
So when Jacob was talking about
Oh,
the
here's just a list.
when he was talking about the Wichita Wind Surge, I didn't realize that the New Orleans Baby Cakes moved from 2019 to Wichita.
Oh,
So
is that what it is?
yeah, so they're not the
boo.
New Orleans Baby Cakes anymore. Man, that was a great
Boo.
team name.
Do you think they used the creepy king cake baby at the Pelicans games?
Wait, is it this one right here?
Jacob, is that you?
It's
that's
this
USF,
guy.
man? Oh my!
I mean, that kind of looks like it.
I mean, I play for
Like
that.
the
I play for
actual,
that
they have a
team.
mascot of it.
I play for that team. You kidding me?
No, you wouldn't.
Yes, I would. Oh, look, Stallions 54-6 over Memphis. Man, we
There's
must have been
the
good back then.
Jamestown Jammers.
The Jamestown Jammers. Like-
Jared, this
Now-
baby.
Like as in
The
Jamestown, Virginia?
Richmond Flying Squirrels.
Yes,
The Flying Squirrels. Oh,
that's
gosh.
great.
The Rancho. How the hell do you say that? Cucamonga Quakes?
Cucamonga?
Yeah.
Fort
did I say
Wayne
that?
Tin Caps.
Is there a team from
These
the
are awesome.
Is there a team from the Alamo?
Sand Gnats.
I guess there's not.
There might have been.
The Alamo remembers.
Yeah,
Nah,
I remember. It's even minor league teams are such a running joke that even inside of Weagle, we secretly designated AAA, AA, and single A affiliates for Weagle. It's a whole thing. That's an off camera discussion that we have. I don't want to get
Wait,
into that
there's
right
one
now.
that used to be called the Auburn Double Days.
That's what I was looking
Is that
at.
Auburn, Washington, or Auburn, Alabama?
Probably Auburn, Michigan.
Auburn, Washington.
There it is. I know there's three different Auburns.
That's wrong.
Just like how I know there's a Hell, Michigan. Because I gotta know where it's at.
Wait, Jared, did you ask if there was one in San Antonio?
I'll saying the
Admissions.
Alamo, but it's just
That
like
isn't real out.
it's just like when I looked up Columbus, Georgia, down the road from Auburn, Alabama, and I found out. I remembered that we had a, I guess at that time, D-League basketball team for the Spurs, and I didn't realize that until like last year. They don't have it anymore, obviously, but
Birmingham's getting a team.
so what now?
I
Birmingham's
said
getting a team?
Birmingham's getting a G League team.
Yeah. What is it? The Pelicans team? The Pelicans G League?
Pelicans are Grizzlies.
Wait, I found
I
the
don't
best
remember.
one. This one's called the Albuquerque Isotopes, and they got.
Oh
their
yeah,
name
I'll play
from-
I'll
The
play on that team on
Simpsons.
MLB the
Simpsons.
show. I don't know where Davis was going with that, but no, I'll play on that team on MLB the show. I know about them.
They got their name from The Simpsons
Yes.
Oh no, that's even worse.
because
Yeah.
they're like in an episode they were doing a thing with the little ant and they had a team called the Albuquerque Isotopes. I remember that episode.
Or
kinda-
the Springfield
something like that.
Isotopes on The Simpsons.
Oh,
Do
was
you
it?
CMJN majors know what an isotope is, though?
Isn't that like some chemistry stuff that I don't want to?
Yep, that's
it's like
exactly
isn't
what
it
it
a
is.
mix? Yeah,
Chemistry thing.
So what about
No.
like a combination. isn't
what
it?
about this news also saying that DeAndre Hopkins pretty much had quote no relationship with Bill O'Brien, and that pretty
I
much
believe it.
if he was going to ask for a raise, he was going to be pretty much gone already. Oh, just like Bay.
Yep,
There went Bay.
rip.
Rip.
I saw that.
Oh,
That
he's
was
back.
Gone out yet.
so. I saw that, and I mean, that's tough. But I mean, only confirms what I think we all thought that Bill O'Brien's the worst general manager / coach in the league now at this point, because he got rid of his best player for nothing. So
I mean, we'll see how long O'Brien lasts as the Texans GM. Cause,
He's lasted too long.
Well, I guess some fans do share that sentiment. No
that,
doubt.
that reminds me. Did you guys see what Ben Simmons said today, and like all the stuff that went down with him and his shooting ability?
Yes.
It was ridiculous. It was like first, Brett Brown says he once threatened Ben with benching him if he didn't shoot. That was the first thing, and he decided not to do that, obviously. And then Ben says once I feel comfortable, maybe. And he said he'd rather be a 40% 3-point shooter than a 30% 3-point shooter, which doesn't make any sense because he didn't shoot at all.
Wait.
And
Wait, run that quote back. What did
he
he
said,
say?
I'd rather come in and be a 40% 3-point shooter than come in and be a 30% 3-point shooter, which basically means.
So he pretty much just
cares
said.
about stats.
He pretty much. Wait, he said. I want to run this back.
I
one
would
more
rather
time.
be a 40% 3-point shooter than be a 30% 3-point shooter.
So he pretty much just said, I'd rather be a better 3-point shooter.
Yes.
Yes, but of course, but this
He's
is
saying he
all-
doesn't want to shoot because he doesn't want his percentage to look bad, basically.
Yep, and he also said this was actually my favorite comment. He said people put too much importance and emphasis on it, and he referenced that it's puts too much pressure on it, which is
Hola.
Okay, stop.
Hey, hola, what's up?
She brought me some queso.
Does your mom speak Spanish or did she just say hola?
You just said hola. That's because it's Taco Tuesday.
It is Taco Tuesday.
Oh, snap.
no, but like Ben Simmons, like talking about putting too much pressure on a shot that he doesn't even attempt, and like nobody's gonna kill Ben Simmons if he comes out and shoots Giannis percentages from 3. Like if you shoot 33%, nobody's gonna care. Just him shooting it is all people really want.
I just find it funny.
Of the shots you don't take.
That's true. I just find it funny.
Exactly.
I just find it funny that he said nobody cares about it. Then he's like, I'm not going to shoot about it because I care about this stat. I think that's just funny.
Yeah, that was absurd, and I think it just shows that he's lazy, and honestly, in terms of like, he's a very weak-minded player. I think in terms of like dealing with outside pressure. I mean, he's talking about how there's too much pressure on him to shoot threes. What is he going to do in the NBA Finals?
They gotta
Like-
make it there first.
He's not gonna.
That's
get,
true.
Yeah,
That's true.
get
He's not
there.
gonna. He's not. I don't even think he's gonna make it there because I mean, if he can't handle the pressure of shooting threes, can he handle the pressure of the playoffs? But I mean, that's just like there's not too much emphasis on it. People just expect you to be decent and be a threat.
I got confused because I was looking on my ESPN app and I saw that Joe Lunardi released another bracketology and I got confused. I was like, wait a minute, something's not right here. And I realized it was for next season, but still.
I assume Auburn's not in it because they didn't get Joey.
Oh, Auburn's not in it. Don't worry, I already looked through it. Alabama still is the 11th seed in a play-in game. Don't worry.
How on earth is Alabama going to get in and not us? I'm sorry, but what? They're Bama. That's
I don't know.
it's like Michigan in football. No matter what their recruiting class looks like, it's not going to happen.
It's funny because Alabama's recruiting class is still 6th in the SEC,
Hey.
but don't at me.
Yeah, it is.
But on top of college basketball, Boise State did what a lot of colleges probably end up doing, and Boise State furloughed a lot of their coaches.
That's scary.
So pretty much, it's not as bad as it sounds, and I say that even though it does sound really bad.
Yeah.
So
It's like 10 days, right?
So pretty much, let's see. First, Boise State's already facing $10 million in losses because of all the cancellations and stuff. So the school's already in the hole at this point. But the university said that 12-month employees earning more than $40,000 per year are required to take furloughs between May 3rd and July 31st. So they're furloughed. They're done until July 31st.
Wow, so it's not 10 days.
The highest paid employees making more than $150,000, which would be like football coaches and stuff, or football coach and like maybe basketball coach. I don't know how much he makes. Will have to take 10-day furloughs.
Oh,
So Broncos football coach Brian Harsin, who earns $1.65 million, will forfeit about $63,000. Let's see. Leon Rice will forfeit. Well, he makes $705,000. Yeah, pretty much. People are losing money at Boise State, but I assume it's going to happen at other colleges too.
yeah. See, the scary thing about that is it means we're not looking at just athletic departments getting screwed over by this, but entire universities are gonna be shut down.
Are we still paying Chiswick? Can we furlough him? Are we done with that yet?
We finished at like this year or last year, I think.
Okay. I was about to say, you can look it up on that AU open payroll I showed you guys. You can see if he's still getting payments.
I think Notre Dame is still paying Charlie Weiss, so that could be a problem.
Well,
wait. I don't know. He signed a 10-year contract, so I don't know if he's still getting paid.
nobody knows these days. But pretty much, yeah. We're starting to see the effects for universities. Boise State, I mean, yeah, sure, they're more on the smaller side. Other than football, athletics isn't, massive, but schools like Boise State, I gotta assume schools like your San Diego States, your Hawaii's, I'm pretty much just naming Mountain
South
West schools.
Alabama.
Basically every mid-major.
Yeah, pretty much those schools are gonna be in trouble because they're losing
I feel like
money.
Boise State is good at softball.
Do they?
Right?
Probably not, honestly.
No?
I don't know. Somebody look up Boise State softball.
Well, I was
I'll
trying to
Google
think
it.
of like sports that they would be good at.
Heck, it took me till now to realize Clemson didn't have a softball team until I realized that they were playing like their first game like this past year or last year.
Idaho does seem like a softball state.
Before this year
Boise-
got canceled, Boise State was 14-11, and in 2019 they were 36-16, so they were good last year.
Okay,
All right.
okay, I see you, Boise State.
They lost in the Gainesville Regional to Florida.
That's like
They lost to Florida? That's good.
Yeah, they beat Stanford twice.
hey, that's good. That's
They got run
respectable.
ruled against Florida, and then they lost 5-0.
Oh,
So they didn't really put up much of a fight against Florida.
that's like I
At least,
can't.
at least they were there to put up a fight.
I
I was about
can't.
to say, at least they were
They
there
didn't
to
put
get
up a fight,
slaughtered.
though.
I can't. I
But
can't
they had
remember.
the chance to. They just didn't.
I can't remember which show it was in the studio. I just remember us. I think we were arguing about East Carolina baseball and trying to figure out how good they were the past 10 years. God, I thought they were good, and I realized they were not good at all. I just remember that show. Jacob, I think you were there for
Coastal
that.
Carolina?
Is that the what?
Is that different than Coastal Carolina?
Well,
Yes, Coastal Carolina won the national championship.
Yeah, the Chanticleers.
Okay, just making sure.
Chanticleers.
East Carolina's 13-4 this year. Until
I mean,
last year
hey, I can't say this though.
they were 47-18.
Guess who you got?
I think East Carolina might be good.
Hey, but we can't say this though. Auburn Equestrian SEC champions. Boom. That's all you need right there.
Jared,
Yeah.
for some reason, I think that East Carolina is good at golf.
I think we played them in golf this year, haven't we? We were in a tournament with them, East Carolina, right? The one that happened in Georgia. Am I right in saying that? I don't know if they're good, but I think
Men's or women's golf?
I was thinking, oh wait, no, it's not them. I'm thinking someone else.
she's thinking of a different Carolina. There's two of them, but only one's the
We
right
have a
Carolina.
different Carolina.
No, there's actually three. Well, no, that's two. I was
There's
gonna say
like
Sweet
5
Carolina,
Carolinas.
East Carolina, they make the tournament though, right, for basketball?
Men's or women's?
Men's. Felt like I've had to pick them in a bracket before.
I
Am I
mean,
getting that wrong?
maybe last year. I think they did last year.
the only purple team that I can remember is usually like Northern Iowa.
Yes.
Northern Iowa, your firm. I just remember Furman being ranked. Ranked Furman, you cowards. That's all I remember about that. Is there any?
Not Paladins fan, Jared.
I didn't really care for them. Hey, but there is something that did happen though. Remember that virtual NCAA tournament that we talked about all ages
yeah.
ago? It ended, and it was BYU versus Seton Hall,
What?
and Seton Hall won. So there's that. Yes.
Auburn got smoked by who was it?
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin in the
I'm
round of
thinking
32.
of-
Yeah.
This is going back. Destin Johnson played at Coastal Carolina. That's what I'm thinking of.
Okay.
There are a lot of colleges in Carolina.
Is Dustin
Scratch
Johnson
that
one of
off my
the guys that got taken down by the big wind turbines at the match?
Nah,
No,
Dustin Johnson just
he got
chokes
taken
anyway.
down by cocaine. That's what he got taken down by.
Yikes.
And he's the one that fell down the stairs.
Yeah,
Aw.
he was the betting favorite to win the Masters, and the night before he fell down the stairs and withdrew from the tournament.
He like John Walled himself.
Pretty much.
He won an Open though, right?
Yeah, he did.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't keep up with golf.
Wasn't there like a couple years ago? It was like
Excluded from this conversation.
wasn't there a couple years ago? It was like the Masters of the U.S. Open, and Johnson was dominating the entire time, and at the end he missed like easy.
Yeah, he
putts
missed
on, like,
a
the final
three-footer.
4 holes. something like that.
That's the one that Spieth won at Chambers Bay.
Hey,
Ah, okay.
all you need to know is that I got a hole-in-one in Wii Sports Golf one time, and that's all you need to know about that.
Shut up.
So I'm a veteran. Hey,
Yeah, I mean, I dominated that golf arcade game at Terrell Hall Dining, or Terrell Dining Hall. So like,
you know what?
I got 19 under on the Volcano Bay one. So watch out.
I spent 6 years at Auburn, and you know the one thing I regret I didn't do?
The golf,
You didn't go to Terrell?
the PGA golf simulator in the rec.
Yes. See, how
Ah.
about you guys use your
Has
brains?
anyone ever gone to that?
I don't know.
I tried to go because we had to learn about it for Camp War Eagle, and so one of my friends was like, "We should go since we don't have a Top Golf here," and it was broken, and we tried to go.
That's tough.
Cause you gotta like register beforehand
They
and like
reserved a tea time
yeah.
and like all this stuff, and I like called and everything.
yeah.
Me and Hillman said
You
before
play
we graduated
all
we
the
were going to go
courses.
together.
You can play every course but Augusta, and so we were
Yeah.
like, "Let's do it," and then.
I don't play Augusta anyway. It's not true representation if they don't have the wind turbines.
Why?
I'm
Why?
just saying. Could you imagine Bay and Jacob going to go play, and I just showed up with a big with a big industrial
could set that
fan?
up.
Yeah, I could set it up.
It's going to happen. We're
That'd,
coming.
that'd be a throwback. Yeah, that's the
Your
one.
last act as Weagle Sports Record would spend all of Weagle's budget on a wind turbine.
I don't know why you guys think I have like complete access over the budget. I just asked for things and got it because I'm nice and I'm cool.
Yeah, but like, you always talk. But Jared, the thing is, you build up your own mythos. Then they're like, "Why are you guys talking like I have this mythos?" And it's like, Jared, you build it up yourself. You
Because the
can't
one thing about the
ask why
mythos
it's
is that you got to
there.
protect the mythos. Okay,
What?
it's an
I don't know
illusion.
what that means.
It's an illusion of power. Okay, you'll understand when you're sports director.
Jared's like Andy
11
Dufresne in Shawshank Redemption. He just asks for it until they get annoyed and they finally give him what he wants.
Ah, right.
Exactly. And when you
Sounds
bring
good.
home awards, nobody really cares about what you do as long as you keep bringing home awards. That's kind of my whole shtick. I don't know if you got that. Oh, speaking of awards, on Thursday at 6 o'clock, WEGL is up for 2 awards from the Auburn Involvement Awards. We are up for 2. Or the first award, I think everybody at this point could be up for, Overcoming Adversity.
Is there? So how does that one work? Is there like a specific incident you have to like?
So, just
Our station shut down.
to preface what's about to happen, I wrote both of the recommendations
Say
letters.
preface.
Yeah,
It's preface.
preface. Once again, I haven't got my master's degree in communications yet, so it's okay. Once I get the degree, it changes. But to pretty much sum it all up, I wrote all the nominations, or tried to I nominated Weagle for everything I wanted to nominate Weagle for. So I wrote the letter for Overcoming Adversity. It was the studio shutting down.
I like it.
Was that last year or 2 years ago? I don't even know anymore.
Last year.
Time is an enigma now for me. So pretty much, I wrote about that, and then based on all of our amazing accomplishments that I wrote about in that essay that I wrote, we are also up for Best Organization of the Year, or SAO. I can't remember the exact name, but Best SAO of the Year. So we're up for the top award. No, Bay. I know you're. I know you're. I know you're about to ask, and no. I don't know what happened either. Okay, believe me, I want to know, but I guess with everything's going on, I don't think we're gonna find out anytime soon. But you guys better start applying for the CBI awards because that's up next for us. That's our Triple Crown.
So can I claim myself as the winner?
I mean, you can. I'm not gonna stop you. Plus, as far as I'm concerned, that's not my job anymore. Like, I'm already out the door. I know there's like 11, 12 days left until I'm officially out as sports director. I'm technically already gone. Like, the office has been
Jared,
cleaned out.
can the last extra point be your announcement and just everyone in the sports department in the Zoom?
Okay, here's the thing. I want it to be that. I don't know if I can find a job in time for that to happen.
Of course.
Unless we have a special extra point like later in the summer. That's like maybe June or something. Okay. When I officially get it. Yeah, Amanda already shut that down, but she'll be here if we do that. Don't worry.
She got to film TikToks and chase after Luca, obviously. Big plans.
Oh,
Big plans.
wait, I didn't tell you guys. I made a TikTok.
I thought you were going to say you found Luca. I thought you were going to say you got Luca.
That would have been way more exciting.
I roasted Hannah Ann in it. For those of you who watch The Bachelor, I thought it was pretty funny. My friend.
Oh, is that the one you were talking about with the football jersey?
Yeah.
Oh no.
I don't remember any of
Can we
this.
send it?
I
Dressing
just,
up as Gus.
oh,
Do y'all have TikTok? No, you can't look it up. Where's your phone?
I have TikTok, but I don't want to say my username out loud.
One time, I just opened my phone and TikTok was there. I didn't download it. It was weird.
You got hacked by the Chinese, just like Carter did.
I deleted it. I was like, what? in the
That's
world?
exactly what it is. They can track your location and everything.
They take everything.
Yeah.
Here's fake Tennessee fan Hannah Ann. See, she's wait.
That's fine. We can still see it.
That's
I'm not
an
gonna
Alabama
lie.
shirt.
That's kind of a cool retro shirt.
Oh no.
I'm not gonna say that.
But
It's like the whatever.
I'm texting it. Okay.
oh no.
It's probably Jared's favorite shirt because his second favorite team is Alabama.
I don't like it because of the team. I like it because of the design.
Look, let's dispel the myth, okay? I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and break the fourth wall. My second favorite
You
team is not
literally said
Alabama.
it though.
But
You
remember,
literally said
that was kayfabe Jared. That was kayfabe Jared.
Enough with kayfabe Jared.
That's not true. I don't really care for Alabama that much.
I can find the extra.
You said
point
it was your
episode.
second favorite team.
Huh?
You said it was your second favorite team.
Kayfabe. That's not real. That's
doing
gonna
that for
be
the
my
good
excuse for
PR.
Jared, do
everything.
you have multiple personalities?
Yes. I
my
thought you
God,
realized this. I thought you realized this at that
Jared,
point.
when is the last show? Is it on Thursday?
No. I don't know.
You know.
Look, I'm gonna be honest. The show was at 4:00. I woke up at 3:15. At this point, I don't know what's going.
Dude.
I don't know what's going on with my life. Okay.
Go to sleep at a normal hour.
No, my normal operating
That's
hours.
difficult.
Yeah, my normal operating hours are now 9 p.m. to 8 a.m. and then I'm asleep for most of the day.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is.
I woke up for this show. I'm gonna go back to sleep probably.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. All right. It is. Oh look, hits TikTok.
Oh wait, I got one more thing. I just saw this. Memphis content on Instagram, who led the war that is now currently raging between Memphis and Auburn fans since the Jalen Green incident, was asked the question, who's a better coach, Bruce or Penny? And he responded with Penny because Bruce has not done anything in his 20 years of coaching except make one Final Four. His worship by Auburn fans is pretty sad. He's an average coach at best. Which
I don't care what Memphis content has to say. Honestly,
I mean, I don't either, but I hope he's joking.
He's almost as bad as college football quotes on Twitter. I hate that I even mentioned him, give him the time of day, but
Dang.
yeah,
That's like the second longest rivalry on this show. It's me and Carter, and then it's Jacob and college football quotes.
Like, I don't care what he says either, but like, there's just like a certain level of stupidity to have that idea form in your head because
it's just crazy bias. That's what it is. It's just crazy
there's
bias.
that
It's
too.
that
Yeah,
simple.
he definitely doesn't like
I have
Auburn.
one show before the summer that has more people on it.
What is before the summer?
Like next week.
All right, I don't think it's gonna happen that fast. Like, look, I've applied for jobs. I got some things lined up. Things are cooking. Okay, especially with how things are going with the world.
Jared, we can't prolong our closure on this chapter.
Oh, we will prolong it. I will
like,
Brett Favre this thing. We will prolong it. However
You're gonna
long
get
it
traded
needs
You're
to.
coming back to Weagle?
We'll see what happens.
Are we gonna have 3 sports directors?
Man.
No, I don't want that. This would be.
No, you're just gonna become Jared's superior.
Yeah, I can't handle that either. I'm sorry.
Oh, good lord.
I have a superiority complex. I can't do that.
Wait, Jacob, what did college football quotes do to you?
I got into
understand.
an argument with him. He's got an argument with everyone on Twitter, but he's annoying and
I
posts
see.
fake crap and just tries to get everyone ticked off. So it's annoying.
Is there
Makes sense.
Is there anything else before we go? I may have to go on a run. Gotta stay in shape for Luca, I guess.
Today is Taco Tuesday, and I'm having tacos.
Oh, me too.
I am not because
Mom, can we have tacos?
I miss hearing
Oh,
Javon say
man.
Taco Tuesday like LeBron.
I miss a lot
Ooh,
of
I'm
people.
gonna make that my next background.
Yeah.
You can't hear it, but
Okay.
everyone will get the picture.
Well, a final show is I don't know when it's gonna happen. Hopefully it's soon, but we'll figure all that out down the road when I'm not asleep for most of the day. So, for Davis Carroll, Jacob Hillman, Amanda Warren, Bay Marks, and Alex Houston, I'm your host, Jared Dillon. Thank you for watching The Extra Point here on WGL 911 and Eagle Eye TV.